What are you doing?
Talking trash, and other things. Check out this month's video and get to know the Aquaterra team that brings you water, wastewater, and solid waste services. In these short monthly videos, we'll be asking Aquaterra team members rapid-fire questions to get to know their personal side and how they support Aquaterra's core purpose of growing healthy communities.
Hey Amber, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Brittany?
Pretty good. Are you ready to answer some rapid-fire questions?
I will do my very best.
Great, here we go. So can you please provide your name, title, and how long you've worked with the organization?
You bet. So my name's Amber Walsh. I'm the Human Resources Manager, and I've been at Aquaterra about 11 and a half years now.
Can you talk about your day-to-day routine? So what are some of the tasks that you do?
So my role, along with my team, is really to support all the business units across the organization in a strategic manner. So I can't say there's a day-to-day routine, which I really like. It all depends what's going on around the organization. Some days are really focused on the computer, could be planning, building policies, research. And other days I barely see what's in my emails because I'm out working with people all across the organization.
Can you just highlight some of the things that you're responsible for?
First, I'm the strategic HR partner for everyone from the CEO right down through to the frontline staff. I lead a team of 3 who each have a unique focus in the department. My team and I are responsible for employee engagement, compensation, employee and leadership development, recruitment, and then just building relationships with employees throughout the organization.
What is your favorite thing about the culture at Aquaterra?
It's the people. I'm a people person, and the people at Aquaterra are amazing. Most of our employees all care about one another, not just as a coworker, but personally as well. And that really lends itself to a culture that's caring, supportive, and respectful. And again, it's not just frontline staff to frontline staff. It goes right through from our frontline staff, again, right up to our CEO and our executive team. Everyone just really wants to know that you're doing good.
So what is your favorite comfort food?
If it's just a quick snack and I need to have a quick little bite of comfort, it would be chocolate. If it's a comfort meal, I would say spaghetti or turkey dinner.
So what cartoon character do you most relate to?
I would say right now, most recently, I would say it'd be Mirabel from Encanto. And I've just recently watched it. And the reason why I love her in particular, and I can relate to her, is that even though she's not given a magical gift initially in the movie and she's imperfect, but she's still deeply emotional and really empathetic. And she's always there to help out when she can, even though she's not technically as special as everybody else.
So why did you choose human resources as your career?
Human resources is, for me, really about people. And I've always loved to help people. So I feel that the fit is really good there. I get to act as a facilitator with people, helping them with interpersonal relationships at work, helping people to find or maximize their strengths, supporting with a variety of issues that people come to me with, or being able to direct them to resources that might just help them either personally or professionally. So for me, it was just a really good fit with where my values lie.
So what is the top song that you know every word to?
I love to sing. Unfortunately, no one likes to hear me sing. And I would say that's a hard one because my favorite song changes based on what's going on and where I'm at emotionally. And I honestly don't know if I could sing any song without it actually playing in the background. But I do sing to lots of stuff when it's on, and I sing everything from 60s right up to today, and everything from country to pop to rocks.
So why do you think that Aquaterra was chosen as the 2022 Alberta's top 75 employers?
I think that there's lots of people, like many people here at Aquaterra, that have done a lot of work to get us to the point of being able to reach that milestone and being able to accomplish that goal. I think some of the things is, the support that we provide our staff in regards to mental health, flexibility where we're able to, physical wellness with gym equipment or passes and perks to different sites. I think that's some of it. We also really are focused on employee engagement and trying to really listen to what our employees have to say And we do that through surveys, town halls. We even have an anonymous email to the CEO, just a few things that we do for that. And then we also are really big in the community. We support a lot of initiatives in the community through sponsorships, through supporting our employees to volunteer, and just supporting community events. So I think it's kind of that all around, the people, the processes we have here, and then the community support.
So do you think that we have a good shot at potentially winning the 2023 Top 75 Employer Award?
I think so. I think that, we were doing really, really well going into 2022, and we were recognized for that. And I think we've only made improvements and come even further in the last year. So I think that we have a really good shot at it, and fingers crossed.
So what is one area of Aquaterra that you think best highlights why Aquaterra is the best place to work?
Again, I go back to the people. We have some of the best people, not just technically, but personally. And that makes us not only successful, but continue growing, as well as making it the very best place to work.
So what fashion trend do you wish would leave or would come back?
There's a few right now that I've seen coming back that I'm pretty skeptical about. Fanny packs, although I think they're called something else now, but really they're just a glorified fanny pack in my mind. I'm not a fan of the mullet either. And I was at the hairdresser with my son the other day, and there was a little boy about 5 years old getting a mullet cut. Again, just not a fan of it. So those would be the two big ones I've seen coming back lately.
Can you tell me, where did you go on your honeymoon?
So we got married 23 years ago, and we were pretty young and very new in our careers. So we didn't have a lot of money, so we couldn't afford a nice big trip at the time to somewhere warm and sunny. And so I said, I didn't really care where we went as long as we didn't go to Edmonton, because we used to do a lot of weekend trips there. So we planned on doing a bit of a road trip down to Calgary and then over to Banff, because I'd never been to Banff before, and we had some nice hotels picked out. We got down to Calgary, spent a couple of days there doing a few things, got up the last morning in Calgary to drive to Banff, turned on the TV, and the highway between Calgary and Banff was closed due to a major snowstorm. So we ended up in Edmonton, went to an Edmonton Eskimos football game. And just to clarify the snowstorm, we got married July 14th. So we were not expecting a snowstorm to ruin our plans.
So what is the best advice that you could pass on to anyone?
My big advice that I always tell people is, if you've made a decision in the past, you made a thoughtful decision, you whether it be pros and cons list or however you make your decisions, and you made it with the best intention at the time, and 2 months, 6 months, a year, 6 years later, it doesn't work out, you still made the right decision, because you made that decision based on the information you had at the time. So be kind to yourself and don't beat yourself up.
With World Kindness Day coming up on November 13th and World Philanthropy Day coming up on November 15th, how can someone make a big impact on the world?
I think every little small thing we do has the potential to make a big impact, because it's just a ripple effect. So I think if you have a choice, and I think generally we always have a choice in this, always choose kindness and caring. You don't know how something as simple as a smile or a hello could totally change someone's world, and it spreads. And we also know we also don't know what other people are going through. So don't assume someone is rude or ignorant during chance encounters. There could be something going on that we just don't know. Maybe they're the nicest person in the world and we just caught them in a bad moment, and we tend to just assume that someone's rude. The other thing I hear a lot of is people saying, well, I don't want to give to this or that because I don't know what they're going to do with it. And I say give regardless whether you know what they're going to do with it, because really it doesn't matter. When you give, you're giving to give, not to get something back, not to know that something happened because you gave. When you give, it's a reflection of you and what you're putting out in the world. So you've done the right, the kind, the caring thing, and that's what's important.
Thank you very much for your time today and allowing us to get to know you a little bit better.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brittany.